What is up again today, guys? Factor here.
And Skater Guy 007.
Real quick before we get into some multiplayer footage for you, where we killed some kids so bad that they rage quit. Oh no! Take your game back, cause you suck. We're gonna talk about some loadouts. I had somebody ask me if I would show them, the when, where, and whys on my loadouts. What I'm using, why it's effective. Here you go. So we're playing some core, so I switched out my SMG, my KF5 for a more powerful one. Most power in the SMG class, ASM1. As you see here, I'm using the advanced rifling. I need a little bit more range, and I'm using some rapid fire. We got to get those kills as quickly as possible. It is core, so I need to be draining that power into them. I have a combat knife because I don't use a secondary. If I run out of ammo, I need to get off my lazy ass and pick up another gun. As my perks, you can see I'm all about staying off the radar. So again, low profile, blind eye, cold-blooded, and I do not like the system hack. I don't like the counter UAV, none of that crap. That crap sucks. Get that crap off my screen. I'm using hardwired. As you see here, I have the Exo Cloak. I've talked about this a couple times, not that the other Exo abilities aren't useful, but as far as my personal play style, that's what this is all about, my personal play style, it is all about the Exo Cloak for me. That one split second of hesitation is going to give me the biggest amount of advantage, and that's what you're wanting is, the biggest advantage from your loadout. I mean, not that you don't want to use skill, but the more advantage, the less skill you have to use, right? All right, it's all about that teeter-totter, I want it to be all the way up, not all the way down. The only reason I've got the frag here is because I wanted a 13th slot. I wasn't going to leave it at 12 out of 13. That being said, I don't really use the frag too much. So we have the UAV, which I've preached on the threat detection on it, and I use support to make sure that I get it at least 2 or 3 times a game. Down here we have at 725 and 750 we have the bombing run and the Vulcan cannon. Now the Vulcan, I've gotten pretty antsy, and I've been pretty adamant about not liking it. But when we get into the actual match, I'll tell you a little bit more about it and why I've started using it again. And the reason that I use both of these here, a big part of the reason that I use both of these is because once you get that 7th or 8th kill, depending on which one it is, you get both of these score streaks at practically the same time at 725 and 750. It's a big deal to me, that's why I use them. So yeah, there's a quick look at my class. Again, biggest reason I'm using that ASM one is because I need that firepower because we're going to be playing a core mode. So, without any more delays, let's get down to business. And here's some gameplay for you. So, we'll be over here on Comeback again. Some core classic kill confirmed.
Yep, we spawned at the southeast side, which is our primary side on this map, for destination control, basically. Not camping, control.
It is all about area control, and especially since we only have 2 people that we're working with. We've talked about, specifically I've talked to you guys about why I love the run and gun gameplay, between how that's just been my style since COD 3. I run around the map. I like to sprint. I like to not let go of my left analog stick. So I love run and gun. That's what it's about. But in this game, there's always somebody behind you. If it's not a teammate behind you, it's going to be an enemy. So if you're going to run and gun, you have to have teammates. Notice I said teammates, not a teammate. And in this circumstance, I only have one. So instead of us 2 running around the map together like chickens with their head cut off and, picking up deaths instead of tags, we're going to area control this.
Yeah, it's very effective, even only with 2 people. You got a 2 or 3-way building can easily be controlled by 2 people. Primarily you want 3, but 2 is just fine.
Now, real quick, I want to touch on why we're playing Classic here again. I think I might have brought this up once, but just to clarify, this is still in the first, 10 days of the game being released, maybe 11 if you got the Day 0 edition like us. So, we're trying to figure out these maps still. We're still not 100% on these maps on every little nook and cranny in them. So, we're trying to learn the map before we really go to that faster gameplay, because it is undoubtedly a bit slower of a gameplay to play on these classic modes, and that benefits the not so familiar maps.
Yeah, we were talking earlier actually in a game that they may have given us too much mobility to make there actually routes in this game. You know, every person in the regular playlist can go any which route they want from any angle.
It's a very randomized and sporadic, type of gameplay. Which again, we're not trying to beef on that. I like
Yeah,
this.
it's
It's
very
fun.
new. It's very fun.
But at that same time, if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know the maps, you don't know and again, as we said, they're not really routes, but if you don't know where the people are gonna be ahead of time, and to have that extra jump on them, it's gonna be very difficult to come out ahead, to be a really successful advanced warfare player.
Yeah. A little bit about our setup per se. We're running the SM1 with a advanced rifling and
ASM1,
ASM1.
just so nobody's confused.
Yeah, with the advanced rifling and I think you use rapid fire?
I'm using the rapid
I
fire.
usually go with grip, but I just exchanged out the rapid fire to see how it goes for me since it was working out for him so well. Yeah, notice how you couldn't hit that guy right there?
Yeah, I still don't know exactly what he was doing.
But you could get these two guys, no problem. And then, oh, there you go.
Yeah, I picked him up. Nope, see,
No,
that's Twist.
that-
That's Twist.
that was
We were
Twist.
talking about that just a couple minutes ago. We were looking at the video before we recorded, and we weren't sure if that was a trip or quad feed because we saw the fourth person down there with a Sly 1 on the tag. And yeah, that actually was only a triple. That fourth one was Twist. While we saw the Vulcan real quick, I want to talk about the Vulcan, and I want to explain why I'm still using it after you guys heard me complain about it so much. It wasn't in the patch notes, but I'm pretty sure that they sped up the speed of the Vulcan, the actual movement while the laser's active. It may have been something I overlooked in the patch notes. I'm not thinking so. But whether it was there in the patch notes or not, I'm pretty sure that they sped it up.
Yeah. I've only used it maybe 5 to 10 times, and it was pretty slow every time, and I got at the max 2 kills. Granted, I'm pretty crap with all the kill streaks in this game. I only have ever run the UAV for support, so yeah.
Now you're gonna notice here that we're at about 6 minutes left in the match, and there was a lot of gameplay. There was a lot of gameplay. Of course, there's gameplay. That's what we're watching. What are you talking about, Factor?
What?
There was a lot of action, and it's gonna just drop off right now. If you just saw
Right.
us check the scoreboard, there's one person left. They all rage quit. They're gone. They said, "I ain't doing this anymore. I'm sorry."
All right. This building right here, you can hold this down with one person really easily. All you have to do is stay
That
behind
guy.
that garden. That guy.
That guy.
You never want to be that guy, guys. Come on, hit your knives.
Real quick, let's talk about exactly, why we were controlling that southeast building. Not only is that southeast building, perfect for a little two-man team, and that southeast building, as we're talking, if you hit your map on come back, hit start, bring up your options, it's the very, obviously, bottom right building. That's one of the two spawn buildings. The reason we hold that down again is because, if you don't have a teammate behind you, you're going to have an enemy behind you. There's always somebody around you, whether it be friendly or foe. So when you don't have enough teammates to really run and gun the map like we love to do, you need to understand that this is a different game with a different play style, and you have to adapt. That is the biggest thing about Advanced Warfare is you cannot just take you can't just take an SMG on any map. You can't just take an AR on any map. You can't just run and gun any map with any amount of teammates. You have to play towards the advantages of what you have. You have to play that kind of play style.
Yeah, with this whole strategy we're using, we will put up videos in later videos. Videos in later
is what I'd like to put up in my videos.
Videoception. Okay, what we will put up our strategies in later videos is we are going to start using explosive drones, which are those little IED-like things which blow people up. So we are going to try to start using those and go into bigger buildings with more entry points and see if we can find a little something for you guys, give yourselves some more knowledge.
Now, I've seen a kill or two on my kill feed from those things, but they are few and far between. Those are more like the electric charge from,
Yeah.
what is it, Ghost, Black Ops 2?
Black Ops 2.
I wasn't sure what that's on. But yeah, it's more of a, hey, we're here.
Yeah,
it is just to let you know.
It's just like the cloak. It just gives you that 1 or 2 second advantage.
Yeah, they are by no means a Claymore or a Bouncing Betty or anything of the such. It is as simply as, I'm going to give you 1 extra second to react instead of just, again, somebody coming up behind you which is, the most common trait in this game, and, just completely sodomizing you from behind. Because that's what happens in this game.
All the time. Right here, I actually had a pretty awesome quad feed with the sniper. If you just go at the top of that building, it looks straight into where Factor is moving through right now. From the top of our southeast building, you will find people in that window all the time because it has shrubbery, it has shadows, it's very protected if you have cold-blooded. But if you don't, you're just going to pop up and then snipers can pick you out, which I love doing. I'm primarily a sniper. I'm just now getting into submachine guns and ARs. So yeah, that's a pretty cool spot.
I definitely love knowing where, and again, not going to the point where you would stay in it forever, but I love knowing where there is a good spot to take. And I don't mean hold, I don't mean camp, I mean when you can go up into a spot that you know there's going to be at least 2 or 3 people, and you can just say, hey, I know this better than you, I'm going to come in there, and you're going to have a bad day.
I'm going to whip your ass.
I don't know, this is a prime example. The room that we just saw down below, that middle room, got a little circular, looks like some kind of machine or something in it that everybody likes to camp. I'm pretty decent in that room, and if I go down there, I don't know why I didn't touch it this video. It's more than likely just wasn't going through my head because, again, we only had myself and Jacob in this match. But if I go down there, I usually come out ahead. I usually come out with 2 or 3 kills, and then I walk away unscathed. I don't even take hit markers because people just don't play that room right. They'll lay down on their belly and prone, or they'll sit in a corner, and it's like, hey, I'm gonna come in there looking in the corners or for somebody laying on their stomach. So
yeah, especially in domination. I don't know why they made that the B flag.
That's where B is? I don't think I've played this map on domination yet. We're still in the first few days.
It is way too hectic to even comprehend. I played it the other day, and these people had 2 sentry guns and 3 teammates in there. We had to take C and A back and forth, back and forth. Still came out on top, but it was a lot more annoying than it should have been.
Let's see. What do we got here? We got about 1:09 left in the match. Glad this popped in my head. We have confirmation from Sledgehammer that we are getting a wonderful Christmas present that may be a little pre-Christmas and it may be way post-Christmas. We aren't sure on it. We haven't got a confirmed date yet. We don't even have a general essence, a general sense of time as when it will be, but we do have confirmation that, in fact, we will be getting dedicated servers. No longer will Mr. McDonald's Wi-Fi host a game for everybody in the lobby to have 1/2 of a bar connection.
Yeah, and that definitely happens in this game a lot.
Oh, he killed me.
Alrighty.
So, man, another thing that's really been on my mind as far as Advanced Warfare, I really just want to go down into the whole SMG problem. Whereas in so many other games, the SMGs were just ungodly powerful. What is it with only the ARs being worth anything to use in this game? I've heard a lot of complaints specifically about the BAL. I have not, again, as a personal basis, I have not had a lot of trouble with the BAL, but everybody complains about it so much that it's super powerful, but every other AR in the game is so worthless. What's going on here?
Yeah. My tip, if you're having trouble in this game, wait for the Christmas noobs.
Christmas noobs are going to be a great thing to just be brought into our lobbies, seeing all those #1 levels, and I'm going to shoot them all in the face.
It's going to be good times.
Good times indeed. Well, we enjoyed chilling with you. It is time to get out of here. I am ThaFactor.
Skater Guy 007.
And we will see you next time.